channel. Let me know you can hear me all right, whether I'm too loud, whether the cars are too loud, etc, etc. Obviously, if you're watching this post-race, that's not going to matter. You're just going to have to deal with it. So tonight, back with round 7 of the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup, hosted by TANSO Racing. Round 7 tonight, live from Kyoto Driving Park, Miyabi circuit. So it's quite a short little track, this one. Should make for some good racing tonight, though. Let's just have a quick look at the scores. So Blackwell 411 leading the way, 164 points. Right behind him with 160 points is P. Gibb. Dan KBL in third with 146 points. Rob Scott in fourth with 138 points. Cutler in fifth, 121 points. Obi-Wan sixth with 116 points. D. Dot seventh, 90 points. Luke Doherty in eighth. He's on 89 points. Pajonski ninth with 87 points. Chanel is in 10th with 66 points. Now we jump to the bottom half of the table. Graham Reed's in 11th with 64 points. RA320 with 46 points. Rick 2 continue with 39 points. Ghost Realm in 14th with 34 points. And TRG Gaz with only 2 points. So now we've looked at scores. Let's get ourselves into this lobby. P. Gibb, evening. Evening. You holding some weight tonight, are you? Right, so drivers out on track. As you can see, not a lot to this circuit, but it does make for some really good racing. Who have we got in the room? Luke Doherty, Cutler, P. Gibb, D. Dots, Obi-Wan, Rob Scott, Pajonski, Graham Reeds, and Blackwell, Dan KBL as well. I'm not sure if we're waiting for anyone else. So looking like it's just going to be 10 drivers on track. Still, this short track will make it for some really good racing. Let's get ourselves on then. Let's have a look. So 15 minutes quali, and then 2 races. We've got a 15-minute sprint race, and then a half an hour. Oh, so D-Dot getting it all wrong. Half an hour feature race straight after that. So let's turn the usual nonsense on. I suppose putting keyboard settings on would help. If I picked up my keyboard. There you go. We're in. Right, let's find... Stick with Blackwell. We'll go for a little lap on board with Blackwell. Won't go quite on board. There's a little bit of glitching from him there. I hope that's not a sign of things to come. It does look like it's a little bit wonky. Looks like he was, trying to get himself in the pits there, but it didn't quite work out for him. Okay, we'll go on board with Pajonski as he chases down Cutler on this short little track. So, big, long, sweeping right-hand hairpin. Get it 3 wide through there if you're carrying enough speed. And over the brow of this hill, down through the little left-right kink. Carry a lot of speed through these. Just got to be careful on the exit of the second part. You don't want to run it out wide. It takes a fair while to get back onto the grey stuff. And into this final hairpin. A lot tighter, this one. A couple of little dives down the inside and then possibly side by side through this little tiny chicane. And then there you go, back onto that start-finish straight. That is it for this circuit. Right, let's have a look at some lap times, shall we? P. Gibb currently on pole position, 42.8. Rob Scott in second, he's on a 42.9. Dan KBL third, 42.9. So medium tyres only for this qualifying. And race 1 as well, only medium tyres for race 1. Championship leader putting in a purple sector, but just getting held up a little bit by D-Dot maybe. 43.0 on the clock for him, 4th position. Let's keep an eye on him as he was putting in that purple sector. What's he got? What's he got? Glitching and everything. What's he got? 43.0, so no quicker, unfortunately. Luke Doherty 5th, he's on a 43.1. TRG Obi-Wan in 6:43.1. Cutler 7th. No hot lap from him just yet. Pajonski, he's put in a 43.2. Oh, Cutler has put a lap in, but he's left and come back, so it doesn't show up. D-Dot in 9th, he's on a 43.2. So 9th, and Graham Reed's 43.9 at the minute. But plenty of time to get some laps in around here. These 42, 43 second laps. With a pit stop or two, you should get plenty in. It's not a lot to learn, it's just about getting these turns smack on right. Which is all well and good in qualifying. So as they were, TRG Obi-Wan still 6th. Rob Scott's coming for a fresh set of tyres. Pajonski do a bit quicker, 43.0, so he pushes himself up into 5th. Spot above Luke Doherty. D-Dot 9th, what's he got as he comes across the line? 42.7, sticks himself on pole position for D-Dot. Can anyone trump that? Just coming up to the line. A little bit far back this time, 43.5 for him, so stays in 3rd. P. Gibb, is it? Rob Scott going quicker, is it? Or Luke Doherty's? Luke Doherty in 5th, and now he's, I know Pajonski went quicker, I didn't see Rob Scott go quicker. So 7th now then, Luke. Obi-Wan 8th. Graham Reed's 9th, so he's left and come back. He's still missing one driver, I think it's Cutler. It is. So D-Dot continues to hold that pole position. Scott going quicker, 42.7, so brings himself within touching distance of D-Dot's time. Gibb holding 3rd, Dan KBL 4th. Blackwell comes flying through, Cutler back out on track. Is that everyone back in the room? Yeah, all 10 drivers. So out now for Cutler, he won't be the fastest. It's not a bad time though. So D-Dot, a fresh set of tyres on board for him. Into quali, plenty of laps gone down already. Pajonski's coming for a fresh set. Let's see if he can better his time. Championship leader Blackwell in 5th at the minute. glug of coffee while it's still warm. Nice. Luke Doherty down another position into 8th. So Cutler still 9th. Let's see if he can better that. No, not that lap. 43.5 for that one. Dan KBL has just got quicker. What was that lap time? Why won't it show me? 42.743. So a pinch above D-Dot. He's held out a while though, D-Dot. Let's see if anyone else can beat Dan KBL's time. He's on a fresh set of tyres now, so he's got his outline to dispatch, and then he can crack on with trying to better that time. Rob Scott's decided he wants a fresh set of boots on as well. Dukes, evening mate, how you doing? Rob Scott back out. P. Gibbs only qualifying at the minute, Dukes. P. Gibb also out on a fresh set. Doherty's got himself back up into 5th. 42.8 for Luke. Johnsky then, fresh set. What's he got? 42.8 was his quickest after that pit stop. 43.9. 6th position for him at the minute. Blackwell all the way down in 7th. Obi-Wan 8th. 42.9 on his pit lap as well. Cutler 182. He's in 9th still. And yeah, we've just lost Graham Reeds again. So can Dan KBL hold that one? Can D-Dot take it back off him? Rob Scott's not one to be sniffed at. He can throw a lap or 3 in. What's he got? So 42.9. So still not as quick as 42.7 was his fastest. P. Gibb, so he's on a fresh set of tyres as well. Let's see what he can do. Nice use of track limits there, P. Gibb. So that KBL or Luke getting it a bit wrong in the background. 43.4, fortunately for P. Gibb, stays in 4th. It's Luke Doherty getting it wrong through that little chicane. So 12.5 minutes in, 2.5 minutes left to play with. We've got another 15 minutes of exactly the same thing, but closer, more smashy. Exploring those track limits as well there for D-Dot. Looking for all the time he can. 45.0 for D-Dot. Doherty looks quite happy with his 5th at the minute. What's Johnsky got? Again, they're all chopping that curb off. It's a 43.8, so still not as quick as his last time, which was a 42.826. That was an 8.44. Obi-Wan just going quicker, but still 7th, 42.8. Blackwell 8th, so 42 something. It just disappeared off the timing screen there. Graham Reed's back in the room. Looks like we've lost Cutler again. Graham Reed's chucking himself back in the pits. Luke, evening brother. Yeah, I'm sure you need to uninstall that game or something and reinstall it. I'm sure there's something like that you've got to do, Luke. jacked it up to ultra high mode difficulty level or something? What have you done to your game? Yeah, Blackwell's still got a bit of glitching going on. Hopefully that won't affect anyone in the race. What's P. Gibb got this lap? It's a 42.7. It's his fastest by a 100th. Keeps him in 4th though. Docky's holding that 5th. Bajonski's holding 6th. 15 seconds remaining. Obi-Wan then holding 7th. Blackwell 43.2 for him. Cutler struggling, and Graham Reeves as well. Graham Reeves is almost half a second off of Dan KBL's time. So 42.7, so he's only 43.2. Still pretty close on this short circuit. Luke, I'm telling you, mate, take it out, delete all the files, even if you have to start the game again. Just do it. There's got to be something that's happened. Just do that. But after this race, obviously, don't do it halfway through this race. Bajonski's got a little bit of sideways glitchatronic going on, just trying to avoid P. Gibb there. And then gives us a little ballet show as well. Well done, Bajonski. He did struggle the other night in the Mazdas, I believe. P. Gibb then, oh, it's a minute this time. So that's going to be pretty much it. You'll see most of the drivers pulled over or doing burnouts or trying to take each other out or something now. Someone driving backwards on the circuit. There we go. Some handbrakes. Some people driving backwards down the track. Here we go then. Race 1, 15-minute sprint race around this short little circuit. Let's see what happens. Dan KBL then taking that top spot. Rob Scott just sneaking through at the end of quali. I didn't see his lap time. Second place, D. third, P. Gibb 4th, Bajonski 5th, Luke Doherty 6th, Obi-Wan 7th, Blackwell in 8th, Cutler 9th, and Graham Reeves in 10th. So the lights are on, the revs are up, and they're away. Do they all get away well? Let's just flick ourselves towards the back. Yes, Blackwell not getting away too well. Cutler making up a positional 3 as he comes through turn 1. Doherty not getting away well though, he's 7th position. Well, he's not, he's 9th. So Dan KBL then leads down into this first chicane. Rob Scott flying through there. D-Dot trying to hang on to him, P. Gibb as well. Top 4 starting to just pull a little gap. Obi-Wan in 5th, Blackwell coming right back at him. 3 wide through that little hairpin. That was brave of them. Through the first one, yes. So all in a line, but Dan KBL 1.1 second lead he's already made. Rob Scott 2nd, P. Gibb up into 3rd, just getting himself past D-Dot. Gets himself back in the slipstream. Obi-Wan's got himself up into 5th. He's in front of Blackwell 411. Graham Reeves in the background going a little bit wide. Trying to control that car. Nearly caught Cutler on the way through there. Runs himself wide through the hairpin, unfortunately. And now to the back of the pack. Needs to stick on the slipstream of Bajonski. Try and close that gap back up down this straight. Doherty sling him on the outside. Let's get back on board with that. Cutler just nipping down the inside. Who else has he got? He's run himself a little bit wide there as Luke. So now down in 9th position. Oh, just under a bit of attack from Graham Reeds there as well. Now struggling to get that car back in a straight line again. Luke now at the back of the pack. Was looking good between Luke, Jonski and Cutler, but that fight over for now. So Dan KBL still 1.1 second lead. Rob Scott still trying to close that gap up. He's pulled himself a bit of a gap from these pile behind. D. Blackwell, P. Gibb, Obi-Wan, all involved in this fight. So there they are, 5 of them. There's nearly 6 with Podjonsky just in the background there. Oh, he's run wide though, has D. That's allowed Blackwell through. It's going to allow P. Gibb through as well. Can he hold the line? No, it's not quite let P. Gibb through. He's able to carry a bit more speed. P. Gibb carrying the speed on the exit though. Cutler's going to get a tow. Is he going to sling one up the other side? He is. So 2 drivers getting past. P. Gibb just getting a little nudge, runs himself a bit wide, but he's now got the inside line into this next turn. It's a good battle. We've still got Obi-Wan Podjonsky and Graham Reeds in the background, just fighting this one off. Luke Doherty, unfortunately. Six seconds down. Yeah, Luke, there's definitely something wrong with your game. Or you're steering too hard or something. There's got to be something that's happening. I don't know. So, Dan KBL not escaped yet. Still 1.1 between himself and Rob. Still 1.3 between second and third. Blackwell managed to squeeze his way through there. He's pulled himself a gap from Cutler. Cutler's got himself through to 4th. P. Gibbs got it wrong somewhere then. That's, yeah, there we go, bit of a penalty. So Obi-Wan 6th, Podjonsky 7th, Graham Reeds 8th, D. in 9th. Can Luke Doherty do anything? He's pulled a couple of few tenths back, so it was almost 6 seconds. It's now 5 3/4. To that, so lost a 10th then Dan KBL. Rob Scott started to chop into that time a tiny bit, pulled a bit more time over Blackwell as well for 3rd position. Blackwell's coming under pressure from, sorry it's not, it's Cutler coming under pressure from P. Gibb. Cutler's run himself wide. Does that give P. Gibb the run? Almost side by side through that last little chicane, but Cutler winning out at the minute. P. Gibb in the slipstream though. Able to chuck one up the inside there. So Obi-Wan holding 6th, but Podjonsky still sticking with him, trying to lose a penalty in 7th. D. down in 8th now. Lost a bit of time, 1.9 seconds away from Podjonsky, and under a bit of pressure from Graham Reeds. Luke Doherty unfortunately losing more time. It's angry driving now from Luke, I can tell. Still a second between these two. Blackwell unable to close the gap up. Cutler still under pressure from Podjonsky. Keeps his car right in the middle, just lets it drift over to the outside there. Swings it back over for the racing line onto the chicane, down towards the little hairpin. Again, Cutler running a bit deep through there, but seems to keep the speed up through the chicane. Can P. Gibb use the slipstream? no direct threat. He's not close enough, unfortunately. There's just not enough on this straight to benefit him. But these two are closing up on Blackwell in front. Let me just have a look at the gap between Cutler and Blackwell. Yeah, 0.8 of a second. It was 1.5. So it could turn into a good punch-up halfway through this race for third. We've got first and second just up front as well. Gibb going a little bit deep there. Loses a bit of time to Cutler. Still only half a second in it though. So gap reduced again, and Rob Scott's got it down to 0.8. He'll be picking up a tiny bit of a toe down some of these straights now. You'll see the odd little 100th drop off here and there. What is it, back up to 0.9? Can Rob Scott do it? He's extending that gap from Blackwell. It's 1.8 now, and yeah, he's coming under increased pressure from Cutler and P. Gibb. In the background, we've got TRG Obi-Wan just under threat from Pajonsky as they come out the last chicane. He's gone defensive. As Pajonsky carried enough speed to sling one around the outside. No, unfortunately not. D-Dot and Graham Reed's still pretty close together. Just over half a second between these two. Doherty still driving, but 21.5 seconds down, unfortunately. Right, gap down to 3/4 of a second and dropping. Rob Scott got a bit between his teeth come the end of race one. I think we've got 6 minutes remaining. Nice wide line through there. Dan's going to find out he wears his tyres out, going taking lines like that, I think. So still got 2 seconds between second and third. Blackwell definitely be coming under pressure from P. Gibb and Cutler. Cutler actually getting past, and P. Gibb getting past. So Blackwell actually losing 2 positions there around that hairpin. Obviously got it a little bit wrong, maybe going too deep, just allowing these two to slot themselves through. So third and fourth then for Cutler and P. Gibb. But now 2.3, 2.4 seconds off of race leader, off of second place. But second place is all over the rear end of first at the minute. And just coming up to Luke Doherty. So around this final hairpin, who gets the better exit? Well, within towing distance around here. Goes for a big swing through there. Does Dan KBL? Does that help him? Rob closing in, 1/4 of a second. Luke Doherty just keeping himself out of the way. Closing up again, Rob Scott. Nowhere for him to go around this. So frustrating. Tries to sling one up the inside. Is it going to benefit him through this? I'm not sure. I've got to change that camera. No, he backs out, slots himself in behind. But then we have got Cutler and Pajonsky still closing up, and they are dragging Blackwell with them. Blackwell's not been dropped from these two yet. Pajonsky's got himself past Obi-Wan though, so 6th and 7th position swapping. D-Dot holding that 8th. He's managed to keep himself in front of Graham Reed. Pulled another half a second from him as well. And Luke Doherty not having the best of nights. Definitely something up with your game, my friend. Definitely something up with your game. Right, I missed it. Rob Scott taking race lead. I always miss it. Dan KBL though slings one back down the inside at the last hairpin. Gets that position back. Rob Scott left the door wide enough open for Dan to get one down the inside. But this has brought Cutler and P. Gibb right in contention. 3 minutes to go. It's 1.2 seconds between Rob Scott and Cutler. P. Gibbs right there looking for a way through. Stick with this fight as well. In fact, if we go on with Dan KBL, we might be able to see that fight behind kicking off. Oh, both drivers going very hot into there. Rob Scott almost clattering into the back of Dan KBL. Closes up through there. He's in a good position now. Oh, I think he's just hit the back. Managed to get one up the inside. That would have worked for him, but he took the wrong line initially. Does carry good speed through there. He's got one up the inside here. Does he hold it? Where is he? No, he's backed out again into the second bit. Does he manage to get one up the inside into the hairpin? Does, and this battle is just bringing the third and fourth place drivers right into this now. 2 minutes remaining on the clock. It's going to be a great punch up across the line now. Cutler then swings one out, tries to get himself past Dan KBL. He's got his nose just up the inside. KBL's going to hold that line though. If he can keep the speed up, he can't. Cutler slings one up the inside, then takes second. But Pete Gibb looking for that third position as well. So Rob Scott's just got to be careful of Cutler then. 1 minute 20 left on the clock. No mistakes, Rob Scott. You should have this. Just don't let Cutler take it. He's going to snatch it off you at the final moment. I can see it. Dan KBL then. Half a second back from Cutler, under pressure from P. Gibb. Blackwell 4-1 now, 1.4 seconds back. Obi-Wan's got himself back past Pajonski in the background. It's all kicking off. Graham Reeds is back past D-Dot. Oh my God, where to look? Got to keep my eye on the top guys, really. Scott then 0.4 of a second up. Cutler going a bit slow through there, so coming back under pressure from Dan KBL and P. Gibb. P. Gibb firing himself around the outside. Right, 30 seconds left, final lap coming up. Rob Scott just starting to pull away now. He's got a second lead almost over Cutler. Goes a bit wide through there again. Cutler, Dan KBL's holding on to that third. P. Gibb still unable to chuck one around the outside there. Last chance saloon. Race timer ticks over. Oh, Dan KBL's gone wide. P. Gibb's going to come through to take third. Final lap, P. Gibb. Dan KBL, what happened? Just lost all concentration. So Rob Scott then comes across the line. He'll be happy with that result. As will Cutler, as will Pajonski. Dan KBL though, unfortunately leading that for most of it. And then down into fourth. Blackwell taking fifth. Obi-Wan 6th, Pajonski 7th, Graham Rees keeping that 8th position from D-Dot, so taking 8th, and D-Dot in 9th, and poor Luke Doherty a million miles away. So race 1 done. Told you it makes for some good racing this track. I saw them, Luke. I saw them. They were roasted. I don't. Are you like steering full lock to lock or something every time you turn a corner? That might be doing it if you're doing something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, mate. Maybe change the sensitivity of your wheel. Are you running Fanatec, aren't you? Shorten the rotation, Duco. Should have gone for full yeeting, Phil. Full yeeting. No messing about. Yeah, some good racing. Everyone seemed to enjoy that, except Luke Doherty. Dan KBL. Damn! Yeah, it's a shame. Getting pole. Led from start to finish. Pulled himself a gap. Thought he got it in the bag. Rob Scott says, nah, that's a fast mate. I'm having some of that. I'm having some of that. And then Dan KBL went, yeah, I'm having it back. And then next thing you know, P. Gibb and Cutler appeared. Yeah, I don't know, Luke. I don't know, but it's worth changing a full. You know, something's not right. You've got to do something. You can't just ditch the game for. There's got to be a setting you've got wrong or something. Is it in-game sensitivity? Is it something like that rather than steering wheel sensitivity? I don't know. Because you can obviously, if you're running Fanatec, you can set all that up on the wheel, and then you've got the in-game settings as well. But you know, like I say, I've not been on it. I've just seen your tyres get destroyed. For many seasons of many races, I've seen your tyres specifically get destroyed. So a little 5-minute break then. P. Gibb, if you think one stop here for half an hour, thrashing it. Remember, you're coming from the back as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is with yours, Luke. I don't know what it is. Your tyres have always, your tyre wear's always been bad though. The slowness, yeah, the slowness has come in recently, but the tyre wear's been for forever, I think. Like I say, if it was me, I'd uninstall it and reinstall it. Completely delete all files. Screw it. Lose all your money. Yeah, you lose all your cars, but just put some miles in. Get the dailies. Plenty of those are keep you going. I think I've bought about 5 cars. The rest of them have just been handed to me in daily races and what you know, daily races, you know, daily mileage things. So race 2, tyre wear times 8, fuel depletion times 6. Any tyre between the super softs and the racing hards. Super softs aren't going to last very long here. Yeah, start with a full tank. Let's see how they get on for half an hour. Different time of day as well, so track looking a little bit colder, a little bit wetter. Not that I think you can have weather on here, but it just looks moist. Who's taking bets on how many laps till I'm in last? I'm giving you 2 laps, Luke. Because if you slow off the line, then you're going to get swamped all the way around that first turn. And then it's only the maniacs at the back. So I'm 3 subscribers away from 500 people. I need 3 mums to be told. That's what I need, or 3 mates. Because when I hit the 500, I'm going to get some merch out. Some stickers, a couple of t-shirts, a couple of stickers, t-shirts, and hoodies. Maybe a hat or 3. So 3 more minutes. I'm surprised Luke Doherty's not had to disappear to go toilet, or have I missed that chat? That's why you wait until it tires out. Because you hold on to your Wii. It makes you heavier. Doherty exploring track limits. He's gone for a set of racing hard, see how he gets on with those. You are getting full throttle, if let's just discount that. Play with the handbrake. Yeah, done KBL. Shane went from 1st to 4th. Led that whole first race as well. Someone's doing donuts. Luke Doherty. He's not doing donuts, he's doing reverse nuts. Are you going to try and drive that in reverse, Luke? Save some tyres. So about a minute or so left and we'll jump into race 2. Let's see what different strategies people have got. Yeah, it's top 3, so yeah, I forgot about that. Top 3 do take extra weight over. So it's a success ballast from race 1. Blackwell 411, seeing if he can use the barriers. Somebody else trying to drive backwards. Yes, Dan KBL. So Rob Scott, Bajonski, sorry, P. Gibb and Cutler all start from the back and all start with slightly more weight. First place carries the most, second place slightly less, third place slightly less, and then the rest of the guys. Are the standard weight. It's not D. either, Cutler. It's you, P. Gibb, and Rob Scott. D-Dot's going to give it some what extra weight? That's what he's pulled over for. What you want about Dukes? Lost my touch with the wheel, is that what you're trying to say? Possibly. So, did we get anything from... No, we didn't. All to track though, so we're getting the call for the race. Ah, that's why he's saying weight. I was going to say, he doesn't need extra weight. And here we go then. Race 2, half an hour reverse grid. Top 3 from race 1, carrying extra weight into race 2. So Rob Scott, Cutler and Bajonski. I keep saying Bajonski, P. Gibb. Let's see how many laps it does take for Luke Doherty to end up at the back. Right, lights are on. Let's see if they get away all right. It's a decent start by Luke, bit of wheel spin. But he's away. He's just about holding on the top spot. D-Dot's already got himself down the inside though. Bajonski might be able to follow him through. And Graham Reeds, although Luke might be able to just hold it around the outside and keep that position. So just holds on to third. Graham Reeds fourth. Dan KBL fifth. Blackwell in sixth. Is he? Obi-Wan trying to go for that position. He's in seventh at the minute. P. Gibb in eighth. Cutler ninth. And Rob Scott at the back in 10th. Let's keep ourselves up front. D-Dot through then. Top spot. Bajonski second. Luke Doherty third. Holds that inside line. Comes for a bit of a move. Tries down the inside of Bajonski. Made it work, but lost a bit of momentum on the exit, so slows down. He's on those hard tyres as well. Everyone else, I think, on the softs or the mediums. Oh, D-Dot's run wide though. He's lost him all that time. He's going to come under threat from these lot now. Kapujonsky all over his rear end as he comes through this final chicane. Luke Doherty is a bit of a bottleneck for these lot. Let's see if anyone makes a move on him up this back straight. Sorry, this start and finish straight. So Luke still holding on to third. Graham Reed, I was just about to say he's still fourth, but Blackwell's managed to shove one down the inside. Obi-Wan and Dan KBL looking for that position as well, but he should be able to hold the line down here. D-Dot's got it wrong. Dan KBL almost getting it wrong. Luke Doherty's running wide. Everyone pushing the limits then, trying to hold these positions early on. Wow, Obi-Wan's slinging one down the inside of Graham Reed's as well there. Luke Doherty, Blackwell getting through, takes that third position. Out slow from there as well. Obi-Wan's going to go for that. Graham Reed's coming back at him. He's got somebody down the inside, or he did have. Still got Dan KBL and Rob Scott trying to get through. P. Gibb and Cutler in the background there. And D-Dot is way off the pace now after trying to get that car straight. Rob Scott through into sixth, fires himself past Graham Reed's. Graham Reeds comes back at him though on the hairpin. Luke Doherty's gone wide again through the chicane. Struggling through there now, Luke. So he's down to seventh. He's on those hard tyres. So Kapujonsky then, 2.5 second lead over Blackwell. Blackwell under a bit of pressure from Obi-Wan for that second position though. Obi-Wan slings one down the inside, but now got the wrong line through this chicane. So Blackwell holds on to it. Dan KBL coming into that fight in fourth. Graham Reed still holding fifth. Rob Scott sixth then. Luke Doherty's gone wide again through that chicane, carrying all sorts of speed. And he's run deep into the final hairpin as well. Trying to lose some penalty through there. Loses a position to Cutler. P. Gibb now hot on his tail. And again, just able to sling one up the inside for P. Gibb. Really struggling with this game. And D-Dot another 5 seconds back after that spin into the final turn. So can Kapujonsky keep this lead? .9 seconds he's got now over Blackwell. Still under pressure from Obi-Wan. Wrong driver. Just lets it coast a little bit around this long sweeping right. Still unable to get his nose down the inside, but closes up on Blackwell. Dan KBL just a second back. Oh, he's had to back off through there as well, has Obi-Wan, carrying a bit too much speed. Great big lock up from Blackwell. Dan KBL in the background, just a second off. Graham Reed still holding that fifth position as well, doing a great job of defending for that. Rob Scott still sixth. Cutler 7th, P. Gibb 8th, Luke Doherty 9th, picked up another penalty. And then D-Dot another 4.5 seconds down, still 24.5 minutes to go. Strategies can change, people can also crash. So starting to extend still, 3.3 seconds. Obi-Wan's got himself past Blackwell into second then. Can he start chopping any time out of Kapujonsky's first position? Can he manage to make a break from Blackwell? Top four though have pulled a big gap from anyone else. There's 3.7 seconds, 3.8 seconds. Rob Scott actually getting himself through to fifth. Graham Reed sixth now. Got Cutler closing in on him. Luke Doherty coming back at Pete Gibb. But if we look, you look at P. Gibbs' soft tyres, and then we look at Luke Doherty's hard tyres. Let's just have a look at Luke Doherty's hard tyres now. There's a little bit more wear on Luke's hards than there is on P. Gibbs' softs. That's one of Luke's issues. His tyres just seem to get eaten. Some glitch going on. There is some glitch going on with his game for sure. Right, what have I missed? Rob Scott, sorry. Johnsky, what have you done? All the way down. He's been in the pits. Oh, he's been in the pits. All right. All right. Relax, relax, relax. I thought he'd stuffed it into a wall, but he's not. But he has come out in the thick of it with these lot. So Obi-Wan gets released to hold top spot. Blackwell in second, and KBL third. Rob Scott fourth. Graham Reed's in fifth, but under pressure from Cutler, P. Gibb, and Pajonski. Cutler slings one down the inside. P. Gibb tries to follow him. Cutler gets the job done. Can P. Gibb keep the speed up? I think he's done it. And Pajonski slotted one through as well, I think. They are side by side coming into that chicane. Pajonski on a fresh set of tyres as well. Can he get one up the inside of the hairpin? He does. Tries to sling one up the inside of P. Gibb there as well. So you just have to be careful now, as if P. Gibb decides he wants to come in the pits. Can cause all sorts of issues. Doherty still hanging on in there on those hards. Less than a second back. It's 0.6 from Graham Reed's. D-Dot's closed that gap, 3.3 seconds up. So Obi-Wan stays out. Dan KBL into second. Blackwell then, he's lost it somewhere. Those soft tyres of his absolutely worn out front left. A lot better condition for Dan KBL's. TRG Obi-Wan, as much on his left, but a lot less on the right. So, who's going to be the next driver to come in? Pajonski's already back up to fifth. So, past P. Gibb, past Cutler. Purple sectors from him. The rear end of Rob Scott through this big chicane. Carrying all sorts of... Wow! So much speed through there. Tries to run around the outside of Rob Scott on those new tyres. He's going to make it work as well. Oh no, he's not. Just a little bit too far back. Can he get a run down the start-finish straight? Sling one around the outside with those fresher tyres. And he's done it. Up into third then for Pajonski. D-Dot in the pits now. Obi-Wan still out on those softs. 2.3 second lead over Dan KBL. Softs also a little bit worn. Pajonski third, Rob Scott fourth. So Blackwell 411's been in the pits. Rob Scott almost getting it wrong there, side by side with P. Gibb. P. Gibb through into fourth, then Rob Scott fifth. Cutler right behind this fight. Graham Reed's in seventh. He's having a little bit of a race of his own at the minute. 4 seconds in front to Cutler and 5 seconds back to Blackwell, but all in the pits now. Obi-Wan still out. Is Obi-Wan going to brave a one-stop on those tyres? Pajonski then up into second. P. Gibb also doing well on tyres, racing softs, so not a lot of wear on those. Using the grass to cool them down. Good technique, Phil. I like it. I like that one, mate. Use the grass to cool them down. That's what you're doing, isn't it? So, P. Gibb through to top spot. Pajonski in the pits. Obi-Wan in the pits. Maybe P. Gibb going for the one stop. Blackwell into second then after his stop. Sorry, third, Obi-Wan just out, but Blackwell carrying so much speed on the long straight. Gets past Obi-Wan. Dan KBL though into fourth, right behind Obi-Wan. A couple of fifth. Out on the super softs. Rob Scott sixth, super softs for him as well. Bajonski and Graham Reed's having a punch up. So fresh tyres on for Bajonski. Graham Reed's just in front with a fresh set as well. Mediums for him, softs for Bajonski. Gets one up the inside on the way down to the hairpin. Takes that 7th position off of Graham Reed's. So Luke Doherty on those hards, still out. Holding 9th, 2 seconds back from Graham Reed's. D-Dot, who has been in, 7 seconds back from Luke Doherty in 10th. So P. Gibbs still out, 7.7 second lead. He's in the pits this lap though. Let's see where Obi-Wan is. Just coming through this final chicane. Dragging Blackwell and Dan KBL with him. P. Gibb released now. Just come out in 4th, but he's going to be a fair way back from that fight. As we know, they carry an awful lot of speed down there. Cutler coming through then, could be putting the pressure on P. Gibb into the chicane. P. Gibb just about up to race pace now. Cutler then a second behind him. Fresh set of super softs on board for P. Gibb though, a couple of laps fresher than Cutler's. Let's see if he can hold that position. So back up front, Obi-Wan, just under a second from Blackwell. He's got just over a second from Dan KBL, another 4.8 seconds back to, 4.5 seconds back to P. Gibb. And pulled 0.3 from Cutler as well. So that front left of Cutler's on those super softs already starting to show its wear. Rob Scott in 6th. Winner of race 1. Bajonski 7th. Graham Reed's in 8th. Luke Doherty 5.7, still on those hards. Maybe one stop in Luke. Or have you just, no, you've just come in for fuel, haven't you? That's what you've done. No tyres yet. D-Dot still 3.3 back on the mediums. Obi-Wan then starting to pull away 2 seconds from Blackwell. So the late stop obviously working out. Blackwell's tyres starting to show their wear under pressure from Dan KBL as well. Holds on to second for a minute. He's got to try and defend up this long straight though. I say long straight, it's not that long. 0.3 of a second back, not quite close enough I don't think. Although Blackwell might struggle to hold the line if Dan KBL can hold it, sling one down the inside. Decides not to go down the inside of the chicanes, carries the speed through there. Does he go for a move into the hairpin? No. This is just allowing Obi-Wan to disappear. 3.2 seconds up the road. So Dan KBL, if I was you, I won't be mollycoddling Blackwell. Be saying, get out of my way. Get past him. Go and smash him. Down the inside. Can he carry the speed? I think he's done it. He's up into second then. Right, what can he do on the softs? Can he start closing the gap up on Obi-Wan? Can Blackwell stick with him on those tyres? Doubtful. He's going to have to come in the pits for more before the end of this race. 14 minutes left. P. Gibb then out on his super softs, closing the gap up on Blackwell. He's pulled all sorts of time. Rob Scott now 4.9 seconds back. Bajonski in 6th. the softs. Graham Reed 7th. So on the mediums for Graham Reed. Cutler been back in for a fresh set of softs, so he's ditched those super softs pretty damn quick. Luke Doherty almost getting overtaken, losing that 9th position to D-Dot. He'll lose it when he comes in the pits, unless he decides to stay on hards for the whole race. He still might lose that position. He's got it. D-Dot already down the inside. He's on the racing medium tyre, so should be able to get that position quite easily off Luke. A lot of wear on Luke's hards as well. Alright, almost out of fuel for Obi-Wan. 3.6 second lead. Dan KBL pulled 1.6 seconds from Blackwell. Blackwell starting to struggle then. P. Gibb closing that gap up even more. Rob Scott just losing a bit more time. So should see Obi-Wan chuck himself in the pits. May see the rest of them join him, I don't know, they might not. So he's in now then Obi-Wan. Dan KBL stops out, Blackwell stops out, Pete Gibb doesn't come in either. So does Rob Scott keep himself in front? Yes, he does. So Rob Scott into 4th. Obi-Wan still taking on board fuel. Cutler coming through to take 5th off him. Graham Reed is going to take... So is he? No, he's not. Or if he is, he's going to carry the speed. Comes through to take 6th. So Obi-Wan back out of the pits. Fresh set of racing softs. 11.5 minutes remaining. Already putting the pressure on Graham Reed. What? No. Sideways into Graham. That's not good. So D-Dot 8th, Pajonsky in 9th, Luke Doherty still on the hards, penalties as well to lose. We may not see Luke next week. I'm sure he's very upset with this game. TRG Obi-Wan was just so fast on the pass. Maybe. He's putting in purple sectors though, Rick 2. Where are you tonight? Why aren't you racing? He's lost a bit of that time. So it's still a blue sector for him, so it'll be his fastest lap if he keeps the speed up. Can he do it? No. Right, where are we? Dan KBL up front, P. Gibb into 2nd. So, what has happened there? P. Gibb obviously lost a bit of speed. He's got a lot of wear on those super softs. He's in the pits this lap then, yeah, so he's obviously losing time as well to Dan KBL on the softs. He'll have to come in the pits soon anyway. Blackwell 411 follows P. Gibb in. Rob Scott also comes in as well, bad out of fuel himself. Cutler still got a couple of laps on board. TRG Obi-Wan stopped a lap or 2 ago, so... yeah, there you go. Luke calling it a day. I thought it might happen. Rick Horn, continue Horn.
Don't get it.
So, race leader in the pits now, taking on board fuel and tyres. Where does that bring everyone else? Cutler in this lap as well. So, Obi-Wan comes through. Luke Doherty leaving the room. Where does P. Gibb? He should get that position off of Dan, carrying that speed. Alright, it's a fight to the end now then. Just over 8.5 minutes left. Obi-Wan with a 3.1 second lead over P. Gibb. bit of wear on those softs already. Plenty of fuel on board. Pete Gibb, he's done a lap or two on those. Or maybe 3. So 3.6 down. He's got Dan KBL 1.2 seconds back. So I've got to try not to lose any time to Dan. In the background, Graham Reeds. So Graham's going to have to stop. Although he's in 4th, he'll have to stop next lap. So that will release Blackwell. So he's gone for softs this time. Half a second penalty for him to lose as well. Down in 5th at the minute. 8 seconds off of race leader. Pajonski, a semi-worn out set of softs. Plenty of fuel to go. Can he fend off a Cutler though? I don't think so. Cutler on a fresh set of boots. As is Rob Scott on the super softs. He's running to the end. Didot also out on a reasonably fresh set of tyres as well. Okay, gap is coming down between Obi-Wan and Pete Gibb. Dan's been in then. Oh yeah, Dan just came out, didn't he, when we saw Pete Gibb sweep past him. So he's taking chunks out of Obi-Wan's time. Gap down to less than 2 seconds already. 7 minutes remaining. A little bit wide through there. Kept it on track. It's probably going to have slowed him down a little bit, put him under pressure from Dan KBL. Yeah, the gap already back up to 2.3, and now he's got Dan KBL clambering all over that rear bumper, trying to get past. He's got the slipstream up the straight, but Pete Gibb's going to have the line. He's run it a little bit wide. So Dan KBL just able to carry that speed, chucks himself up into 2nd. Pete Gibb 3rd. Can they close that gap back down on Obi-Wan? Is that why Pete Gibb didn't defend, just let him through? Chase him down, 2.4 seconds the gap. Race leader just in front, going through that final chicane. Fresh set of softs on board for Dan KBL. As Obi-Wan has put his through a bit of pressure. He's starting to struggle with that front left. That's going to be where he loses all his time. So a quarter of a second taken out of him on that turn alone. Pete Gibb just still tucked under the rear wing of this 2nd place Mini. Again, closing up on Obi-Wan, down to 2.1. Pete Gibb very close. Does he decide to sling one back down the inside? No. Looking like they're going to work together to try and close that gap up on Obi-Wan. 5 minutes remaining. Who will stop Obi's winning streak? Who will stop Obi's winning streak? Nobody's looking good for it at the minute. No, they are still closing. 1.6 and working together. Obi-Wan is under threat. Again, P. Gibb closes up on Dan KBL. Little bit of a nudge around this first turn just to try and keep the pace up. So this is where they gain time, although their tyres will start to wear out now as well. Still at 1.9 between Dan KBL and Obi-Wan. P. Gibb right there. Blackwell 411 now 6 seconds back. Cutler into 5th, 7.3 seconds back. Rob Scott 6th. Another 1.6 back, so he's slowly catching Cutler, I think. Pajonski 7th. Having a race of his own now, though, unfortunately. Graham Reed's in 8th, and Didot just coming out of the pits, fresh set, and a bit of fuel on board for him. Staying out of the way of some of the other cars. Right, gap down to 1.5. Obi-Wan and P. Gibb hot on the heels of Obi-Wan. Can they gain time on him down here as well? He's got to struggle around this turn. 3.5 minutes. No nudge this time. But the gap's still coming down. This is going to be a to the line, this is. 1.3 seconds the gap. P. Gibb still right there, top three, having a cracking battle. Gap down to 1.1. It's less than a second then between Dan KBL and Obi-Wan. They'll start to feel the effect of the slipstream and the bump draft. It's going to be close. It's going to be so close. Still 0.9 of a second. Let's get ourselves on board with P. Gibb. We can see both drivers. In fact, what we will do, we're going to have a go on board with Obi-Wan as we watch these two close down on him. 0.8 of a second. Less than 2 minutes on the clock. 42-second laps. Gap back up to a second. Obi-Wan must be sweating now. P. Gibb though chucks one down the inside of Dan KBL. He wants that second position back. One last chance to go for the top spot. Can he carry enough speed to close up on TRG Obi-Wan? Oh, he's nearly thrown it away as P. Gibb. He's nearly thrown it away, but well held. He's kept that second and taken a 10th out of Obi-Wan's time. Amazing, P. Gibb. Absolutely amazing. Minute left on the clock. 2 more laps. 0.8 of a second. A gap between first and second. Sorry, everyone else, but this is where it's at. Dan KBL slotted in behind P. Gibb. P. Gibb getting so much bigger in Obi-Wan's mirrors. 0.6 of a second. Closing up again, P. Gibb. 0.4 of a second. And here it comes. Gonna have to change camera. Keep your eye on this. Obi-Wan then, by the skin of his teeth at the minute. Can he fend them off? 1 more lap to go. P. Gibb already chucks one down the inside. Dan KBL's going to follow him through. P. Gibb is going to take top spot. Dan KBL's going to take second. Obi-Wan, unfortunately, gets pushed down to third. Oh, Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's going to run out of fuel, I think. No, Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, no. Your Jedi powers. What happened? What happened to Jedi powers, Obi-Wan? So P. Gibb then around this final turn. He's got 0.8 of a second himself over Dan KBL. It's a good drive for P. Gibb. Came from second on the back. Dan KBL also having a good drive. But first place for P. Gibb. Be very happy with that. Dan KBL takes second. Obi-Wan chugs across the line with no fuel. Takes third. Blackwell 411 is going to take fourth. D-Dots comes across to take ninth. Cutler takes fifth. Rob Scott did close up on him. Oh, Cutler ran out of. Did Cutler run out of fuel, or did you let Rob Scott through there? That's what it looked like. Great driving from those top three, though. Shame for Obi-Wan right at the end there. Right at the end there. Oh, he must have been sweating, looking at his fuel gauge, looking at that time coming down, thinking, oh, I'll just ease off on this corner. Damn it, I can't. There's people coming. It's a shame, Obi-Wan. Your end credit thing, your end race thing says feel the force. Well, you didn't today. Not just then. Anyway, not right at the end. Half a lap too little fuel, mate. Shame. But yes, great racing from the minis again. Great racing from the... Always is great racing from the minis. They're usually pretty short tracks, so it usually makes for some damn good racing. So, that was round 7 of the TANSO Racing CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. I am back on Wednesday night at 8:30 for MRC's Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. 2 leagues on that one. So we've got Pro and Pro-Am. I cover Pro and CJW covers Pro-Am. Thursday night we've got the Mayhem race of the Rallycross with the P1 boys. That is bumper to bumper action from word go. They've got boost on. So nobody gets away. Nobody gets away. That was pretty good, P. Gibb. That was pretty good. Yeah, so Thursday's always really close racing. As if Duco's still in the chat, he'll tell you. Friday night, 9 o'clock is GTTCC, so I cover the Fusion lobby in that. So that's 9 o'clock. That's qualifying and 2 half-hour races, different circuits, reverse grid as well for race 2. Saturday off, and then back Sunday night. Final round of the Mazdas this week. So that's going to be done, and then that's at 8 o'clock. And straight after that, at 9 o'clock, we're back with the P1 boys again and the BMW M3 League. And that is about the lineup. Big shout out to tonight's sponsors as well, Kyrgyzstan Motorsport. I don't think you actually sponsor this one, but I'm going to give you a shout anyway. Kyrgyzstan Motorsport, why not? Tribal Branding and MK Designs, Motorsport Wall Art. Is it Tribal Branding? That's the one. So there's the sponsors done. I've told you what's coming up. If you want to help my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker. Drop a little donation if you can. Other than that, I hope you like what you've watched. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dart Smoker. I'm out of here.